What up? What up? Just doing a follow up of my live I did last night. I said last night that I was gonna come back in for another episode this morning to update everybody on the gold trade that I had took. So last night I was actually early in the move, but my thesis was correct. And you could see we made a high. We tested the extreme high from yesterday afternoon, not last night. Yesterday afternoon, we made an extreme high here, and then this morning you could see on this 8 o'clock candle we came back up and retested it. So they bought back up higher for a retest to sell us back down, which that's what I was looking for. We got to move down, which was a continuation, but they bought it back up so they could drop it lower. We didn't hit 4,000 just yet, but I still believe we going to 4,000 and then 39.80 after that. I caught the 8 o'clock candle at the high and held it. I had 3 contracts on gold, held 3, sold 2, and then held a runner. And I was gonna keep holding that one runner, but had some fluky happen. Somehow my trade got closed out, but it's all good. Just watching the market. Just watching the market right now. So right now we just watching. You can see the market did a little retracement on this 9 o'clock candle. I still believe we're going lower to 4,000. This is gold. So ultimately I took $10,450 on that trade. My entry was right at the like 4,075 area. Let me see where exactly was that entry. Yep, 4,074 and a half was our entry. So that was like perfect entry right here. Got in a tad bit early before the system actually said it was go time, but after the rejection of the extreme high, I knew we were going to keep coming down. And now you can see this move is continuing to go down, which I had one runner on, but I don't know what happened. Somehow it closed out. Kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. I made $10,500 literally in like an hour. Can't beat that at all. That's, some people don't even make that in a couple of months. So not really too pressed about that. I still got my account open. I'm not locked out for the day, which I think I might lock out after that freak accident done happen. Or wait and see if we get a little bit more of a retest to the upside before I jump back in. Maybe take another one mini contract on gold. That's what we're looking at here. So, but one trade, $10,500. I'm not mad. That's a great day. So, no, it is what it is. My thesis, if you go back and watch the episode from last night, my thesis was correct. We did break down. We found the extreme low and then bought back up for a retest and then just sold off hard this morning, which was expected. I was on the right side of the market with my thesis. I did take a small loss on my trade last night because I held it down thinking we were just going to extend down to the downside continuously, but they decided to pull it back up first and then sell it down, which makes sense. You get people to buy off the lows back to the highs just to sell it back down through the lows to make lower lows. We didn't exceed the extreme high from New York yesterday afternoon. So just stuck with my thesis that we were going to have some type of sell-off in gold. I believe NASDAQ is selling off. Yep, a little bit. It did sell off a little bit from the extreme highs and the all-time highs on NASDAQ as well. So, as far as futures goes, this is my biggest trading day in futures so far. And, I mean, can't complain. Like I said, I stuck with my thesis. It worked out. I don't have any complaints. Yep, so just stick with what I know. And here is my top step chart. And you can see in the corner up here, I don't know how well you can see it on your end, but this is my realized P&L for the day. And you can see that's a double digit, $10,450.28. Like I said, I would have made more if my running contract didn't get closed out for whatever reason. I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing I could do about it now, but I am happy that I hit that nice ass trade. Last night, my last episode, I was saying, when you're examining the markets and you have a thesis, sometimes you just got to stick with it and wait for it to play out, but stick with it. The market doesn't change trend a lot throughout the day. If you have a range day, you might stay in that range, but the trend stays intact. But for the most part, you might have 2 or 3 trend trades a day. Sometimes it might just be a trend day and you only have that one trade that whole day. Trading on the lower time frames, people do a lot of back and forth trading, putting their capital at risk in the market. And majority of the people who lose or can't find consistency is because they're scalping. If you only have a few minutes to trade per day, then scalping is cool. But if you actually can place a trade and have some type of conviction in that trade, then you hold that trade and let it play out. As you can see, my thesis is still playing out on gold. Go back over to my other screen. You can see my thesis is still playing out. We're at 4,023 right now. I'm looking for it to hit 4,000 even, and then break below that at some point and go to 39.80. So we could see 4,000 and 39.80 today with the selling pressure. I would have still been in this trade, like I said, if I would have still had my running contract. But it's all good. It's always tomorrow. Like I said, today has been my biggest trade, my one big trade in my futures trading career so far. Um, so I'm not mad about that. That's definitely a landmark for me. Clap it up for myself, and then we just go from here. You know, being greedy. The market could have just bounced back up, man, but I capitalized on it and made something happen. That's red tape trading. I follow my system. My system gave me everything I needed. I see we hit this resistance at extreme high, and we just died off. So I went with my trade thesis and I stuck with it. Got in about a point earlier than what my system alerted, but I knew where we were headed. I knew what my system was gonna do, and I stuck with it. My trailing stop loss is still intact. My whole trade thesis is still intact. Got my trading box. Everything is there. So this was a awesome trade. Got in it before I was able to go live. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to get on live a little bit earlier, trying to work some things out because I do have a child, and he's in school, so being a father first means everything to me. But we're definitely going to be going live more, trying to help traders figure out trading who are struggling. Join my Discord at Redtape Trading. It is free. You don't have to purchase anything, so when you join, just subscribe. Don't purchase anything. The only thing that has a monthly fee for me and what I'm doing is my trading system. It's a small monthly fee, but you'll make that money back guaranteed. I'm always in the Discord, always gonna get the alerts. So if you hit me up on there, say what's up when you come in. Got any questions or anything, just hit me up. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm gonna be uploading my book that I have about trading. Has my ideas of how to trade the market, how to handle volatility, how to use risk management, and everything like that. And then I also have a book coming about the ins and outs of my system, how it works, how to protect yourself, all of that. Everything is in there. And also you have access to me if you join the Discord, and you do subscribe to my system. I will give you a free one-on-one, and then we could go from there if you need further help in the future. I just want to build a community of like-minded traders, even people who think differently when it comes to trading, because seeing different perspectives in the market can help everybody. You don't have to trade just one way, and that's also how I built my system. If you trade based off VWAP or the 200 EMA, certain opens and closes, my system can be tailored around how you trade while still holding what I believe to be true in the market, and also putting a little bit of your own spinach to it. Everybody doesn't have the same learning curve or succeed the same way. That's something I learned about school. They try to teach everybody one way and expect everybody to get it. And it's not one fit all when it comes to education and knowledge. And that's what red tape is all about. realize every dream, and take all profit earned. I'm looking to change lives and work with people. So that's how we looking. Today, we murdered the market. So shout out to that. 10,500 bucks. I think I'm gonna just call it a day. I don't think I'm gonna give back my profits into the market. My one runner would have been still going. Still would have been looking for another probably 30 points low on that one contract. That would have been an extra $6,000 to my P&L. Ultimately, I was looking for about a $20,000 to $25,000 profit day. I just secured 2 contracts to take some profit, and was gonna let my runner run, but things happen. Sometimes we can't control everything. I still don't know how my one contract got canceled. I didn't even have my hand on the mouse. But like I said, things happen, so it is what it is. No hard feelings when you have a 5-digit day. I'm definitely looking forward to capture more days like that from here on. The smaller profits are cool, but when you got the knowledge and the know-how, you hold fast. One of my favorite memes is the Mel Gibson meme of him screaming "hold" from what was the name of that movie when he was in Ireland? Whoever remembers the name of that movie, comment it down in the comments. Also, let me know if you traded gold or the NASDAQ today, how it worked out for you. The NASDAQ is still dropping 2 off of its all-time highs, as you can see here. So, still got to drop down off those all-time highs. We made a new high last night. So your extreme would have been here. Sold off. Came back up. Made a new extreme, which was a lower high. And now we're selling off still. So if you took a short on NASDAQ today, at some point it should have worked out for you. Capture some of them profits. But yeah, this is this is beautiful. Today was a beautiful day. The market can't just go straight up forever. Can't just go straight down forever. When you study the markets, you could capture those profits, capture those moves, and if it turns out to be a really big move, so be it. Every move can't be 5 digits or 6 digits. Some days you might only get 3 digits, 2 digits, whatever profit you can make in a day and it works for you. Be comfortable with that until you can grow into more. I've been trading the stock market for about 5 years now. I started off with options and then traded options for some years. Then switched over to futures. Got comfortable with it. I like it a little bit more. It's no nonsense behind future trading like with options. At some point, I think I will go back to options now that I have my system fully built out and tailored to what I know about trading and how I like to trade. Before, I was using another system that wasn't as well built, but it is what it is. Gained a lot of knowledge over the past 5 years when it comes to trading. It's kind of like college. You know, you start out, or like school, you start out, you don't really know much, and as you put in that time, you gain knowledge and understanding, and that's what life is all about, knowledge and understanding. So if you're coming across my video, subscribe to the channel so you can always get updates about when I'm going live or if I share something on YouTube. You can find me on all social media platforms at Redtape Trading. It's only one Redtape Trading, so don't let nobody scam you. I won't hit you up asking for money or for you to send me anything. If you would like to reach me, you can reach me on Discord or on all social media. Definitely looking to do this more. Hopefully I could go live every morning. Might try for slow markets. My past 2 episodes have been in slow markets for Asia. And we gonna make it work. You can see we got some retracement back up on gold. They're trying to see what price is gonna hold steady at. Maybe we could find a support here, because you can see last night this was our extreme low on gold, 4,000 about 19, and we just tagged that again. So it's a possibility that we could buy back up a little bit, find that resistance. Maybe we go back up to about 4,040, because you could see we have a 4-hour what was support here. We resisted down, then it turned into support back to the upside. So maybe we buy back up there, and in an hour or so or a couple hours we reject back down from here and then hit 4,000 again. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm just being patient now that my runner closed out on me. So I'm just being patient and making sure I don't give back my nice profits on the day, which is one of the most important things in trading. Your entry, it dictates how much money you can make in a trade. Getting in at the wrong spot, you're going in the drawdown, you get nervous, oversizing. So your entry is your first important thing. Ground zero is always risk to reward. Keeping your risk intact will keep you trading longer. Then your next thing is your entry, because if you get a good entry, or a perfect entry as I like to call it, I actually have a entry zone that my system gives me, so I don't have to go chasing waterfalls. I wait for my system to say, hey, this is your entry, you should be taking a trade around here, and if not, don't take a trade. If I can't get that entry the first time, because the system might alert, say, hey, you got a trade, and then we do a slight pullback, trend switches back to either the downside or the upside, wherever way it was going before, and then we come back to the entry again, then I take it the second time. You don't always have to chase moves the first time you see it. A lot of time the market will say, hey, you got a trade, retrace, make sure that support or resistance is true, and then come back to it. So don't always be in a rush. If you do go for that first entry the first time, use a small position size. That way, if you do have to get out, you only lose a little bit compared to if you put on, say you used to trading 3 contracts or 5 contracts. I know some people trade mini, some people trade micros. So you can make your position sizes work for you. I would rather take a $200-300 loss if it pulls back, and then when it comes back to it, then put on a bigger size, because it's gonna work itself out. $200-300 loss is nothing compared to if you're trading one mini contract on gold is $100 a point on futures. So if you lose 3 points, you get out, and then you get back in. Say you take another mini, 3 points is 300. You made your $300 back, plus whatever extra the trend continues to give up. So you might lose 300, get back in, make 300, and the trade might run for 20-30 points. So at that point, you captured 27 points on gold. That's $2,700 minus that 300, which you would have been at 3,000. So it put you at the 2,700 profit. Who's complaining about $2,700 a day? People ain't making that in a week. Some people ain't making that in a month. So just keep in mind that if you were going to a day job, how much would they actually be paying you a day, a week, a month? And just keep that in mind. It was definitely a beautiful, I say about hour and 15 minutes or whatever I was in that trade. Let's see, let's go look at my statistics. So I was in the trade for 48 minutes, not even a whole hour. I got out of 2 contracts at 41 minutes and 10 seconds. That was 6,000 in profit. And then I got out my last contract, which was my runner, at 48 minutes, which, like I said, I should still be in it, but it's all good. I'm not tripping. It is what it is. Top Step took a commission of, well, a fee of $9 and about 70 cents for the trade. All good. Was $10 to 10,000, and this was all one trade. I didn't have to take a bunch of trades to get there, so I don't have no complaints. I told y'all I was gonna check back in from my episode last night because I got off the live while the trade was still playing out. It did come back to my position. I didn't capitalize on it when we made this extreme bottom because I was looking for even more breakdown or more of a sell-off, which is okay. You know, you can't win them all. Sometimes you try to hold for more and it goes back against you, but I did manage my risk, which is my ultimate goal when trading. So no problem. I basically 3x the profit I would have made on this trade with this trade. So as we get further into the future, next time maybe I'll take my 3,000 here, catch a $10,000 trade to the upside, and then catch another $10,000 trade to the downside. The only reason this wasn't a $10,000 trade for me is because I didn't have 3 contracts, which is my normal trading. I only had 1 because it was at market open, so I was kind of just testing the waters. So, you know, it is what it is. As you get further in your trading journey, you start to learn more, understand the markets a little bit more, have things play out in your favor a little bit more. Still gonna take some losses. I don't care who you are, how long you've been trading, you're gonna take losses. Just manage them. As long as you manage that risk, you continue to trade, live for another day. It's always tomorrow. My motto is trade like a machine, scale like a CEO, and think like a risk manager. I always keep that in mind. This morning, one of the big reasons that I believed in this trade so hard after the retest back up was at 8 o'clock. I want to say it was probably about 8:10, 8:15. Somebody came into the market and started dropping a lot of size. I want to say it was around maybe like 7:45 time. I've seen 30 contracts come into the sell side, 32 contracts come into the sell side, 36 contracts come into the sell side. Excuse me. And then as the 8 o'clock candle opened up, I started seeing larger size, 50 contracts, 60. I seen somebody come in and drop 136 lot sale size to the downside, and I knew that wasn't, you can't just get past that. That was somebody that was holding a large position on this big move up that we've been having on gold. You can see gold has been running basically since the start of 2025. So the end of 2024 going into 2025. This is January 7th, 2025. And you can see we just been running up ever since. So at some point the market had to find some type of resistance. People ain't just gonna keep buying new all-time highs after new all-time highs without giving it some room to breathe. And that was a part of my sell thesis. That was beautiful. It was definitely beautiful. So I stuck with my trade plan, stuck with my thesis. It worked out for me. I'm very proud of myself. And it's only up from here. If you caught this gold trade with me today, drop a comment. Let me know how it worked out for you, where you got in at, where you got out at. What was your thought on the trade plan? Did you expect it to sell today and just got, kind of lucky and caught the trade? Or did you actually have a sell thesis in mind and stuck to it? Who caught this buy up last night? Because from this extreme low, this was a beautiful retest back up as well. You could have made a lot of cash on that trade as well. So something I try to tell people is don't go into the market with a bias. Trade what the market is giving you. That way you're not stuck in one side, because I know in the past I used to think, oh, the market is going to just sell off, and it would just keep buying up. And I'm looking for sales because I have it stuck in my mind that it's going to sell off. And then I missed the upside, and I'm like, man, I could have bought to the upside and just went with the market. So that's something to keep in mind also. Trade with the market. You can't make the market do anything. If you ain't got millions of dollars or billions of dollars, you can't make the market do anything. Us as retail traders, we're a penny in the wishing well. And so you got to keep that in mind. We just trying to collect our crumbs and keep on going until one day we can be that well in the water. My son watches something on YouTube. Sharks in the water. Just keep that in your mind. Today I was on the right side with the sharks in the water, and it paid off handsomely. Kind of like me. Just messing around with you. Take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ found a little support. It didn't quite hit that 4 hour here from yesterday, but it did bottom out at this candle. Probably get some type of retest, maybe back up into this 4 hour from 9 o'clock and then sell off some more. But we'll see. Today I'm just focusing on gold. Excuse me, got the hiccups. I'm just focusing on gold. You can see gold is pushing back up, trying to retest these upper levels. And that's expected. When you get a sell-off, you need people to buy back in so it could sell lower. And vice versa, when it's buying up to go higher, you need people to sell into it. Sell into it, find a low and buy back up so it can make a newer high. Higher highs, lower lows, higher highs, lower highs, lower lows. Pretty much just simple strategy. Last night I did talk about something that helped my trading, which I learned from Vincent. I want to say his last name is DeSanto. On YouTube, go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He's a great teacher. I know he trades options. I don't know about futures, but he's a great teacher. Go like and subscribe to his channel. I learned the break and retest from him, that the move is going to either break down or up and then retest and then go back in that direction. So a lot of times you can grab that first move, which is how I base my system. You'll see you get a breakdown, big breakdown, then you get a retest back up, and then you're looking for the breakdown to continue back to the downside after the retest. Same thing with the upside. Like you can look here, you get a buy up, retest back down, and then we extend out further to the upside. I don't trade any crazy theories, no ICT. People put bull flags and bear flags on it, or head and shoulders, and microphone patterns, and I don't trade none of that stuff. I just trade what the market is showing me and what my system is giving me. The market can't get around my system. You just trade what it's giving you. Stick with your risk management, which is also built into the system. Literally everything is built to the system except it pushing the buy and sell button for you. And that's my red tape logic. So you have your entries built in. You have a stop loss built in for to give you places to exit trades. You have your custom RSI built in, which isn't just a regular RSI. It actually has a few different confluences built into it. So I could actually take my RSI that you see here off my chart, and I still have it built into my system. Everything is there. I have my retest built in of when the trade goes. So like we had an extension here from this buy up, retest, push out, and then we get a change in trend. But you can see you got a retest here first to see if we could go higher on the buy, and then we come back down to the entry point and then sell off. So my system is pretty much complete, at least for me. I don't know how other people trade or what they're looking for, but if you're looking for something simplistic, doesn't have a whole lot of gets and gadgets or clutter on the chart, as you can see, I don't have VWAP on my chart. I don't have the EMAs on my chart. The only thing I have is the candles, along with what my system has, the retest, the entries, trailing stop loss, just the simples. Supply and resistance and support, which are my extreme highs and lows. Some people use extreme, some people use support and resistance. Exact same thing. And then I just have a 200 EMA on my chart with the opens, just so I don't have to go look at the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. I trade on the 1 hour so I could see those openings from one chart. I will take a split screen with the 4-hour on the other side, just for another view, because ultimately I am trading off of the 4-hour, just using the 1 hour time frame for those entries. So, but I don't technically need it on my chart because I'm seeing the same thing on the 1 hour. You get a 4-hour open, 4-hour open, 4-hour open, and then price just supports or resists those 4-hour opens, and that's how I trade. So when it comes to trading, keep it simple. All these difficult methods and different names and stuff, people aren't recreating the wheel. They're just taking it and putting a new name to it. I'm not looking to do that. It's things that I learned from other traders, and a lot of the stuff that I knew already. It just got an expansion on my knowledge, and I took all of my knowledge from up here and built it into a system so the computer could do all the hard thinking for me. I just pushed the buy and sell button and manage my risk. Um, you can see I got my trailing stop loss. It automatically does it. So when the trade is created, trailing stop loss is already in place, including my hard stop loss is in place with my trading box. And I just watch my screen and watch the charts and go from there. Follow my take profits. Everything is there. Like I said, I just keep it as simple as possible and continue to go with what I know. It's a beautiful day. It took me all of about 50 minutes to make almost 11 grand. 10.5K in 48 minutes is beautiful. Really don't know what else to say after that. Like I said, today we became Jason in the market. Murdered the markets. Red tape. Realize every dream and take all profit earned. Trying to change lives one day at a time. We just got it. EMA cross on. NASDAQ is trying to buy back up. You can see we just got a switch here on the NASDAQ. So we're trying to see if that's going to hold or not. But I'm not taking a trade on NASDAQ today, even though I believe it will come down a little bit more off these all-time highs. Just sit on my hands. Top Step has a really cool feature where you can lock your account out after you're done trading so you don't get tempted to trade anymore. I've been utilizing that more. Go outside and catch some air after you get done trading so you're not tempted to continue trading. I did switch back over to gold. See gold futures there. So I'm not here to mislead anybody. This is not financial advice. If you are seeking financial advice, seek out a professional. This is just my knowledge of what I know on the market. And I could give you some insight, but like I said, it's not financial advice. It's just what I believe and what we stand for at Red Tape Trading. There's only one Red Tape Trading. If you're going to join me for for future live streams, you can always find them under Red Tape University. It will just have a different episode number. I might be trading NASDAQ. I might be trading gold. Just all depends. I usually trade gold more at nighttime. I traded gold last night, so I stuck with gold into this morning because I was still looking for my short thesis. Like I said, it worked out. Pretty much done for the day. I'm not gonna go trying to chase other trades after what I was looking for worked out. Could have had probably about a 15 to 18K day overall, but I cut 2 contracts for profit, and then like I said, I had my accident. Whatever happened with that runner, that it just closed out. I don't know if it was a malfunction with Top Step or whatever it was, you know, but things happen. So just chilling for the most part. Gotta hit y'all with my my little theme right quick. What 50 say? America got a thing for this gangster shit. They love me. Love the Pelly Pelly. On my trade handle. Bring confusion and shit. I holla cancel that. Life I chose. Even make that snow. Gotta have that hustler's ambition. Gotta go get it. Ain't nothing gonna come to you in life easy or for free. So you gotta always keep that in mind. Got that hustler's ambition for sure. Definitely gonna start posting more, going live more on my YouTube, giving shorts, you know, just making things happen. And expand out into the future. Last night we streamed for, I think it was about 3 hours. Our first night we did an hour. Coming up on an hour here. I promised y'all last night that I was gonna either do a short or another live stream to give an update on my trade. Like I said, I did take a small loss when we retested back up last night on gold. I pretty much was in at 4,055. So you can see we came back up to the daily. We went up about 600 points. I just accepted the loss. No big deal. And then waited to see if my trade thesis would play out this morning or if we would make new all-time highs. We failed. Hit this extreme from yesterday, New York, and died back down. So I stuck with it. It worked out. Now you can see we came back up and retested this 4-hour level from last night at 9 p.m. Now we're rejecting back down from it. So this candle here would be our new extreme high. Sold down, retest back up. Now we could probably sell back down from here. Just got to be careful. We did drop 481. One second. So about 62 points from the high we dropped down. That's a big move on gold. You know, in NASDAQ you get 100-point moves, no problem. It's not really that big of a deal. But for gold, you could get, you know, maybe 20, 30 point moves average. And then once you start getting up like 50, 60, 100, that's a major move. So you want to try to lock in some of those profits. Maybe if you got more than one contract going, or you trading micros, you could leave a runner, which I did earlier. I left a runner, captured some more profits. Definitely in the future, we'll be leaving at least one runner. Like I said, I usually trade with 3 minis. So those first 2 minis that I would take would lock me in solid profit. And even if that runner comes back on me to break even, I still locked in some solid profits, which is usually a few $1,000s. Think I'm gonna go catch a jog or something. Still early in the morning. It's about 10:10 Central Time. Maybe come back later on, take a look at the chart, see if we find that resistance and sell back down. I ultimately think I'm done for the day though. I don't want to keep pushing it. When you trading, just getting into trading, don't look to make big profits right out the gate. Uh, Focus on finding A+ setups, even B+ setups, and taking that trade, and capitalizing on it. Um, Gold is starting to push back up a little bit, trying to get a reversal. I don't believe it's going to actually reverse back up, but like I said, go with what the market gives you, not with what you think. Those big players don't care about what you think is going to happen, only what they can do with their capital in the market, and they're going to win every time. You don't got hundreds of $1,000,000, tens of millions of dollars, you're not moving the market. Ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Especially if you're trading on prop firms, your orders ain't even really going into the market unless you're in a full live account, which most people aren't in full live accounts. Your orders are going to a server that's imitating the market just so you could get your practice in, make your sim funded funds. So always keep that in mind. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the lives. Let me know if my voice is too low or too high. Anything I might be able to adjust. Whether it's my charts, if you can't see my charts as clear. I'm open for suggestions. I'm just getting started, so you gotta stay open-minded. You can see trailing stop loss is kind of acting as resistance right now. We broke through it at the 4,045, 46 area. Now it's projecting back down. So what we did was we came down, went under our extreme low just a little bit from last night. So we made a new low on the day and then retested back up. So you would have took profit down in here. If you didn't, then it came back up, hit TSL. So you would have took your profit there and then wait for the next trade to play out. But we're currently still in a sell trend. As you can see here, we're still in a sell. My logic box still says sell. trade box is blue for me, which would be red for your normal colors. You can see I fully customize my colors to what I like. Big Dragon Ball Z fan, Chicago Bears fan, so I run with the orange and blue. Even give a little special hit to the Denver Broncos, that orange and blue. And then you can see when you get in a trend shift, get a red candle, let you know, hey, be on the lookout, trend is starting to change. So you could be ready to take your entry, get your exit from previous trade. Man, when you streaming, an hour go by so fast. Don't even seem like it. Got about 3 more minutes before I'm coming up on an hour of streaming. At that hour, I'm probably call it one. Go on with the rest of my day. Keep it moving. If you hear me slide my mouse across the computer desk, my bad about that. I'm waiting on my mouse pad to come in. I had to get a new one. So in the future, you won't be able to hear my mouse sliding across my desk. I know that could get annoying. Like I said, if you coming to watch the video after I'm off live, comment down in the chat. Let me know where you trading from, how you did today, what did you trade today, what do you normally trade. Go join my Discord, please. Redtape Trading. Redtape Trading. It will take you directly to my Discord. I believe the Discord link is down in the bottom. Also with all of my social media platforms as well. I believe all of those links are there. If it's not, comment in the chat. Let me know if it's not there so I can go edit it and fix it. Yeah. Like I said, it's Redtape Trading. One day at a time, baby. Realize every dream and take all profit earned. You get those profits, don't let the market take it back from you. Hold on to it. It's always tomorrow. We're going to change our lives one day at a time. One day at a time. Like I said, today we with Jason and we slaughtered the markets. We put up that red tape and it ain't coming down. It's only up from here. Appreciate everybody watching. Like and subscribe so you can get updates when I go live in the future. Come join me. Chill out, trade together, make some money together, analyze the markets, kick the bobos, whatever. I am Redtape Trading, and I'm out.